Virgo Risings. This is your 2025 February month reading. So let's see what these spirit guides, angels, ancestors have to say for you. Virgo, what's going to happen for you for February? Ooh, Temperance. Yes, I love this for you. I was just talking to my Virgo best friend last night and I pulled a tarot card reading for her. And the first card I pulled out for her was Temperance. I think Virgos this month of February, you are being asked to balance your inner and outer worlds. When we are chaotic on the inside, our outside is also chaotic, which I know is going to be a very challenging thing for you to do, Virgo, because I know you Virgos, because I am a Virgo rising, so I understand, is to find a way to regulate your anxiety, to regulate your emotions, to not go down the rabbit holes, to not over calculate, to not over analyze. I think February is calling to the regulation of your nervous system that you need so badly, so badly. And I think that's a wonderful thing. What energies in your life require changing? Who is trying to throw you off balance? While you can go with the flow, please examine what needs to be altered. Don't answer one way or the other just yet. Temperate responses change critics to collaborators. Keep calm, carry on, and think before answering. I love that. There it is. We're done with the reading. Virgo, I think this month you're being asked to genuinely be intentional about slowing down your thoughts, slowing down your actions, slowing down your responses, your reactiveness. You know, a lot of people have a misconception that Virgos are perfectionists, so therefore they probably perfect everything that they do. And I've actually found this to not be true. I find that in the desire for perfection, you guys sometimes will make hasty and unnatural decisions. And that's because you feel peer pressure to be perfect for other people. I think February is asking you to use this sense of perfectionism to your advantage. What is perfect for you? And when we think of perfect, let's really think about that process. If we want something to be perfect, we don't do something in haste, right? If we rush something, it's a sloppy job. And if there's one thing I know about any type of Virgo, is they don't like a messy or sloppy job. It's just a no for them. So this month is definitely telling you to be intentional and slow it down. Let's see some signs or symbols that will tell us to slow down. First, we have a gift. Oh, I love that. I'm also hearing wrapping of gifts. So let's see what we got here. We have a hat. I've been very happy with pulling like more. We have death. We have, I want to pull something different. Oh, we have yarn. Yarn. Oh. You know what? I will give you guys bed. I try to stay away from giving like rising signs the same like symbol cards, but all right, here we go. So a gift. I think this month, Virgo risings, you're either going to be given a gift or you're going to be giving a gift. However, either way you look at it, when you get this gift or you give this gift, this is a clear sign that you are right on your way of balancing your internal and external worlds. I really do love this because the first thing I saw was gift wrapping. When we wrap a gift, if we wrap a gift hastily, not only do we wrinkle that beautiful wrapping paper, but we usually do a pretty shoddy job. You know, we don't really like the way that we wrap the gift, and then it kind of demoralizes the whole purpose of giving the gift in general. Same thing with receiving a gift. You know, we can tell when a person haphazardly thought of us by the way that they wrap the gift. And I want to be clear, I'm not taking a bat at anybody giving somebody a gift. First of all, it is a privilege and it's a wonderful thing to be given a gift. However, you know, the Virgo rising in me is like, but if you just were a little bit more intentional and slowed down, you might have actually been able to wrap this gift pretty well, which would have had a better presentation, which could have influenced an even greater sense of emotion that you could be thrilled to see. So I think for you, watch out for giving gifts or getting gifts. I love that for you. I'm also hearing Valentine's Day. Some of you lucky folks are going to get some gifts from a loved one. I think one of the gifts you might be getting is a hat. Just going to keep that real with you. I'm hearing one or two of you, maybe 3 or 4, is going to be getting a hat that you've always wanted before. However, another symbol that is letting you know that you are actively equalizing your internal and external world, you're emotionally regulating yourself, is if you see hats or you have the urge to wear a hat. I'm also hearing if you're having a hard time regulating your emotions, try wearing a hat and hiding your crown chakra. Hide your crown chakra from external influences in that moment. You know, I remember when I was younger, I used to love wearing hats because it made me feel safe. It made me feel like I was a mystery, like Carmen Sandiego. And maybe that little bit of safety that you can create for yourself by wearing a hat is just the thing you need to regulate your anxiety or regulate your thoughts. Love this. So if you see hats, it's probably calling to you to wear a hat. Other things to keep in mind, we have death. And actually, I'm going to change the order of these. Good old Virgo behavior. Death. The first thing I heard is, for some of you, and you have my deepest condolences, you might be processing the death of a loved one. I don't get the feeling that this is upcoming. I do get the feeling that the month of February is you processing your emotions around this death. I'm not hearing that a lot of you are in this situation, but to the few of you that are experiencing this, you do have my deepest condolences. Be strong. You will get through this. Hold that safe space for yourself. Create that sacred, going, ebbing and flowing, the rise and falls of your emotions. You absolutely have the right to go through that during this time. Now, for those of you who are not going through a passing of a loved one, to me, the loudest scream I heard was the death of your ego, the death of your ego. Virgo, I think part of your undoing sometimes is you get in your ego and your perfectionist state and you just spiral, and it's just not necessary. When we spiral, we allow our emotions to take a vote, or we allow our anxiety to drive. And I can see Inside Out too in my head, where anxiety was driving the little girl's body, and she was spinning all around. And while she was spinning all around, she crashed. She just crashed. She got frozen. And we can't function in those states. That when we have those states constantly where we are dysregulated, we are basically training our body to never be at ease and to never seek peace. In order for us to really be perfect, because I know you Virgos love that, if you want to seek perfection within yourself, my love, kill your ego. Let your ego have a death. It is okay. Let your perfectionism die. I would rather you focus on microscopic progress than for you to focus on perfection. Because if you focus on perfecting progress, then your progress will get you to perfection. Oof, that's a good one. Let me say it again. If you focus on perfecting your micro progress, your progress will get you to perfection. And in order for us to do that, we need to kill off the part of our brains that goes, oh my God, every single thing that I do has to be perfect at all times. Ooh, just thinking about that gives me anxiety. Just thinking about that just makes me uncomfortable. Now, one of the ways that you can regulate yourself is yarn. So if you see yarn or symbols of yarn, or you're knitting, or you see someone else knitting or crochet, this is your sign that, hey, you need to slow down. You need to take a break. Take up those knitting tools. Go sit in a cute rocking chair by the fire. Go sit in a corner on your favorite couch or on your porch and do something with your hands that is gentle, mindless, and soothing. So this doesn't necessarily have to be something that involves yarn. You can even do something like a coloring book. You can clean your kitchen. Just something simple that doesn't require a whole lot of thought, that feels like a micro progression towards a greater piece of art or project that you wish to perfect in the end. Last but not least, beds. I don't know if this is a symbol or a sign. It's not. If you see your bed, go to it. Go rest. Go take 5 minutes, please. Please do this. On behalf of your circulatory system, on behalf of your nervous system, please rest. It is okay to sleep. It is okay to put the pen down. It is okay to close the MacBook. It is okay to turn off the podcast. It is okay to stop recording. It is okay to stop whatever it is you're doing, especially when we hit those places of fatigue or exhaustion, and know confidently that you can do it all over again tomorrow. You can do it again tomorrow. You can work on it a little bit more tomorrow. I think the biggest thing for you in February is you really need to get good rest. You need to get a new bed. For some of you, I'm being told that you need to get a new bed or a new mattress or a high quality bed. Or you need to be doing meditative things that regulate your nervous system in bed. So you can do yin yoga or somatic exercises or gentle release exercises or journaling or anything that's like a meditative state in your bed is just fine. So do those things in February. Those are the symbols that I have for you. Let's see what other visions or things that we can see here with our tea leaf readings. Ooh, okay. The first thing I'm getting is an older woman. Dealings or a relationship with an older woman. For some of you Virgos, I'm hearing pretty loudly that you're dealing with an older woman that is not very pleasant to work with or partner with. You really do have my deepest sympathies on that. For some of you who are grieving the death of a loved one, I do feel that some of you, this may be a grandmother. Please know that your grandmother is very close by. She is quite concerned about your health. So please do take good care of your health in this process, okay? Next, we have the rabbit. So actually, I already read that. Next, we have the rabbit. And with the rabbit, it's so funny. I literally told my best friend this last night. When Virgos tend to spiral, one of the things that I just feel so bad for you guys for is the energy that I want you guys to pay attention to. And I think that this is some type of ethnic proverb, but I remember there's some type of proverb or quote that's like, the man who chases two rabbits gets none. I think it's a Chinese proverb. I'll have to look it up, but you'll have to look it up. There's literally a quote from ancient times, and it literally says something along the lines of, the man who chases two rabbits catches none. I think Virgo, sometimes you guys have a habit of, in your pursuit of perfection, you spread yourself so thin that you actually burn yourself out and you don't get anything actually completed. And this month in February, I think you're being asked to literally slow down and pick one rabbit. You can't catch them all. This isn't Pokemon. Like, you don't have to catch them all. And you shouldn't be catching everything all at once. It's just not physically possible. And it's not good for your regulatory system. This month, Virgo, pick one thing, commit to it, take breaks when you need, and let it go when you have to. And that's okay. And you just might find that if you focus on catching one rabbit and you finally catch it, you'll be able to catch the other rabbit, to which you now have two rabbits instead of one. The other thing for some of you that this card is for is too much concern with sexual matters. I think some of you Virgos recently have met someone and you might be obsessing over them. To those romance category Virgos, I'm kindly asking you to check yourself. It's one thing to be excited and sexually attracted to someone. It's another thing to only hyper focus on having sex with this person. Unless it is mutually consensual, please check in with yourself and ask yourself, why am I only seeking sexual pleasure from this person instead of seeking something deeper? If that person is not mutually agreeing to a explicitly sexual relationship. So I just want to put that out there for you. Last, we have the flag. I will say, if you guys are seeing flags, this is an automatic reminder for you to surrender. Surrender to ease. Surrender to softness. Surrender to knowing when to stop. It is okay. This is not going anywhere. You will not die if you didn't finish your project. It's okay to surrender and gently fold into that. Now, do not be tempted to lower your standards. I will say, for some of you, if you are seeking perfection, that is okay. And if there are people who are telling you to, maybe you could get it done faster if you do it this way, ignore them. Ignore them. You don't need to do anything faster. You just need to do it right. And you need to do it at a pace that your body, mind, soul, and spirit are not being disrupted because they're out of rhythm, because you're forcing things. When we force things, nothing good comes out of that. When we haste, it is when waste. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say for your month. So we are going to pull 4 cards. We are going to pull a card for each week ahead here. So we have week 1, week 2, oh my gosh, week 3 and week 4. Okay, you have a lot of cards, so let's talk about that. So we have week 3 and then we have week 4. So the first week of February, you might be feeling pressured to perform on the world stage, or you might be pressuring yourself to think that the world is looking at you at large. And that's probably what's causing this very anxiety-inducing, very like just dysregulated. When I'm in your energy, Virgos, your energy is extremely dysregulated. It's literally making me uncomfortable. And I just want you to take a moment that although you may be on the world stage, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up and give good quality. And if you make a mistake, that is also okay. It is okay to make a mistake. Nobody's holding that against you. But also know that you're completing out a cycle. So for those of you who have a family member that have moved on, particularly this older woman, just know that she's not that far away from you. She's everywhere and yet nowhere. She's nowhere and yet everywhere you will be. This person will be with you for quite a long time before moving on to their next worldly destination. So I will say that for you. So for the first week of February, take a moment to look at the bigger picture of things going on in your life right now and actually ask yourself, is this something that I really need to rush? Is this something that I really need to put so much pressure on myself that it's causing me unrest? Probably not. And because in the second week of February, you are going to be reclaiming your power back. The reality of it is you're a magician. You're a magician. I truly do believe that Virgos are magicians. I truly do think that you guys I just think you guys are alchemists. And in order for you to create perfection, you need to slow down and look at the resources and the tools that you have available to you. That's the first step. The second step is definitely creating an environment where you feel safe enough to create magic. So I think in the second week of February, you are going to be creating a space where you can make magic. You are going to be reclaiming your power back to slow down time. You are literally going to be the alchemist that you are and go, wait. No, this is not how we're doing this. We're going to do this way. And I need you to have that energy this month. But I need you to be intentional that you are not overdoing it, okay? You need some softness this month. You need some slow it down some months. In week 3, there are 2 things that are going to happen. 1, you're going to meet somebody who challenges you intellectually, but it's in lightheartedness. And 2, you're going to meet someone who has a soft heart, who speaks to your creative side. Both of these people, I have a feeling, are younger than you. So if you are a parent, I think this is your children. If you are a teacher, I think this is your students. If you are anyone else, these might be 2 people who are younger than you that they become your muses and you are their muses. Hang out with these people in the 3rd week of February because they are going to give you some inspiration on how to go forward for the rest of the month. I'm hearing, have a moment with your friends. If you are being asked to hang out with your friends, hang out with your Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius friend. I'm particularly hearing Gemini and Libra. Hang out with your Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio friends. In particular, specifically, I'm hearing Pisces. So I think in the 3rd week of February, you're going to be hanging out with 2 friends, or you're going to be hanging out with 2 people who are younger than you that really, really inspire you and kind of distract you a little bit from this very intense energy that you're feeling in the month of February. By the end of the month, after you've hung out with those 2 friends, I think these 2 friends are going to bring to you a realization that, you know what, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. You know, I've been working on it and working on it and working on it, and I've dedicated time, patience, energy, and emotions. And you know what? I'm over it. I'm over it. And that's okay. You have the right to move on. And to be honest with you, when you move on, nobody will fault you for that because you've created great work. But I do think it is time to let this go. Whatever this project is, I'm hearing project or studies, whatever this thing is that you are doing that is causing you this much stress, it's time to walk away. It's time to let it go. You are absolutely being called with the Chariot here, a major arcana, to pivot and move on. It is okay to move on. You are divinely protected and abundantly blessed by your spirit guides and those who have passed on, your ancestors, and you've been anointed with the gift of foresight. You are a service-oriented person. You've worked with enough people now to have insight on who to work with, what direction to go in. You're going to be just fine is my point. So this month, I think, is you taking a moment to regulate yourself, calling back your energy, reclaiming your power, and then going ahead and walking away from that thing that no longer serves you. Definitely want to do that. I'm going to close my window because the light has changed. All right, Virgos, let's see what affirmations you need this month to keep calm and carry on. Taking control. Love this. We're going to put that right there under the Magician. Beauty. I think we're going to put that right there. And then let's pull, you want to come out? Slumber. Love this. Literally cannot make this up. We have gratitude. And let's do one more. And we have boundaries. Okay. Overall, the month of February, as far as affirmations go, very, very direct, very to the point, is you need to get good sleep this month. You have not been getting good sleep, and it's been affecting your productivity, which is then in turn affecting your self-worth and your perfectionism, and it's a cycle, right? Get more sleep. Start there. That's a very simple behavioral adjustment. Put the phone down at 11, get in bed at 10. Try to stop eating or wind down by 9 and have your dinner by 8. And this will all lead up to a wonderful prep of sleep. When we sleep well, we do well. When I drift off to sleep, my mind allows me to slip into a restful slumber. If dreams arise, they are pleasant and calming. This time allows my body and mind to reset so I can start my day with vigor. So I definitely think that sleep is a major thing for you this month of February. And then let's go ahead and start with taking control. Again, I do think the second week of February, you're going to be reclaiming your power of being kind, self-caring, nurturing, and regulating for yourself. And the way that you do that is by having boundaries. And I think one of the first boundaries that you're going to create for yourself by the end of the month is walking away from this project, this job, this person, people, place, or thing that is no longer serving you and your nervous regulatory system. So taking control. I cannot control how people treat me, interact with me, or communicate with me. I only control my own actions and responses. I will not be affected by how others view me. Instead, I will embrace my own self-worth and self-assurance for guidance. I'm going to bounce over to the boundaries card, by the way. Boundaries. Healthy boundaries keep my energy safe and allow me to live as my truest self. I deserve people in my life who love me and care about my limits and comforts. So those who respect my boundaries will receive my time. And I think right now, you're realizing leading up to February 1st that whoever's had your attention or time right now, not worth it. Not worth it because they're not respecting your boundaries. If you are having bosses texting you after hours or texting you period, which I personally don't think is appropriate, no bueno. No bueno. If you're saying yes to everything when you know you shouldn't be, no bueno. We're going to stop that this month. I think the biggest thing that you are going to have pivotal this month is meeting up with those two people that really inspire you. They're going to reflect the beauty in you that you see in them. And this is the moment that you're going to be like, oh, actually, I haven't been honoring myself. I haven't been mirroring what I know to be beautiful and perfect for me. So definitely love this for the two people that are coming into your life, period. Love this. Love this Gemini or Libra person and this Pisces person. Appreciate you. Get my Virgo friend out of this. Seeking approval or gazes from others is not important. I seek to define myself in full and not just by my appearance. My beauty is most prominent when I'm living a carefree and happy life, unconcerned with others' approvals. Again, I think you guys are just cutting ties with someone or something or both that's just not taking good care of appreciating you or respecting your boundaries. The way that you can start this off, I'm hearing for those of you that are trying to figure out how to get into this state of regulation, I'm hearing that you can do a gratitude ritual, or you can do a gratitude journal, or you can do gratitude affirmations. Start with one of those three or all three, do them every day and build on them longer and longer. You know, wake up saying gratitudes. That's what I do every morning. I wake up and I literally thank God, universe, spirits for the fact that my heart is beating and that I can breathe oxygen on my own and that I am able to move all my limbs and toes and fingers. And, you know, I just start with gratitude every morning and every night before bed. I just say gratitudes of like, thank you for allowing me another day on this earth. Thank you for allowing me another day to discover myself and be who I want to be and showing me lessons and showing me blessings. Gratitude can take you a long way, but it can also anchor you into changing behaviors and perceptions of yourself, of knowing that you are worthy of softness. You are worthy of having your system not be in fight and flight all the time. All humans suffer, and I find this idea revolutionary and freeing because the people who I envy, admire, and idolize suffer just as I do. So I choose overwhelming gratitude for my life, for I am all that I need. Love that. Love that for you. Let's get you in an empowerment card. Oh, I love this. We got two. So we have the Spring of Healing. I think this is just calling back to what this whole reading is all about. You need to find a way to regulate your system again. I think your physical body has been sending you Virgo's signs and you haven't been like paying attention to them. When you guys take a break, whether like on a microscopic level, right? Like instead of pushing another hour late into the night trying to get something done and it's not getting done because you're too tired and it's making mistakes and all this stuff, just walk away. Go get, like, ask yourself, when's the last time I drank water? When's the last time I went to a lake or take a bath? You know, water has such a healing element to it. You would be amazed what you can heal from just by consuming water, putting yourself in water or near water. My heart is a fountain of health. I accept myself, I appreciate my talents, and I forgive my shortcomings. I love my body. I am beautiful. I love my smile. It is radiant. I love my mind. I am intelligent, and my words bring healing to my soul. So another thing I'm getting is, Virgo, when's the last time you spoke highly of yourself? When's the last time you spoke kindly to yourself? Please start doing that. And you can tie this into your gratitude rituals. You know, you can tie this into your gratitude rituals. The Wind of Willows. The way I look at this is you are spreading yourself so thin that you're starting to willow. And there's nothing wrong with willows. I actually love willows. I think they're one of my favorite trees. They're very beautiful trees. But when they bear the weight of something too long, they start to droop. And I don't think you're recognizing this, Virgo, but part of the reason why your productivity or your project or your creative endeavor or whatever it is, this thing that you are trying to perfect is not perfecting is because you're putting too much weight and stress on yourself and it is weighing down on you. So basically your behavior of seeking perfection is actually getting you further away from that. If you want to have perfection the way that you want it, you need to slow down. You need to take a breath. You need to reclaim your power and take control of regulating your system, creating a safe space so you can regulate your system and be consistent to your self-care. I am resilient, like the willow in strong wind. I bend, but I do not break. When I weep, the tears renew me. I draw up vitality from my roots and reinforce myself with a loving community around you. I do think that this is reinforcing you to go to your muses, go to your children, go to your friends, go to your community that third week of February, and get reminded as to why you are worthy of rest, why you are worthy of safety, why you are worried. I think you need to be reminded of why you are worthy of rest, of slowness, of stillness, of it's okay to put it down today. It's okay to pause. Nobody's asking you to quit. We're just asking you to pause. And if you find that there's peace in the longer that you are paused, then I think that's indicative of actually you have the permission to move on from this project. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to walk away from that. Love that for you. Another theme for this month is community. I didn't even have to shuffle. And actually, I'm going to give you two because I love this bottom one. Community and shadow work. I think February for you is going to be very important that you get surrounded by community. Be surrounded by people that make you feel loved, that make you feel appreciated, that make you feel valued and heard and seen and supported, and all the things that we all need to get through those tough moments, to get to the end of a project, to complete something, or the strength to walk away from it. I think this month you're definitely being called to go back to your muses, to go back to your friends, to go to that community space, because this is what's going to invigorate you to go back out there again and try again, or this is going to be celebrating you for walking away from something that you knew was not good for you. So we have community and then we have shadow work. I love this. I think your shadow work this month is literally being honest with yourself about, are you taking good care of your nervous system? If you are not, I think this month is calling to you to do the shadow work of why are you avoiding self-care so badly? That simple. Why are you avoiding the self-care that you absolutely deserve? All right, Virgos, let's get you a last golden mantra card. Let's see what we got here at the bottom. Everything my heart desires is manifesting into reality. I love that for you. Oh, you got 3. Okay. Everything my heart desires is manifesting for me. I love that. I am in control of my life and I am capable of creating the life I desire. Yes. Amen and Ashe. Really tying this back to the Magician card. I think the second week of February is going to be really transformative for you folks. I really, really do think it is. Lastly, I release what no longer serves me, my highest happiness, health, and peace of mind. Virgo, you got the green light to walk away. You're getting the green light from spirit to let it go. It is okay, friend. And the beautiful thing about it is you don't have to let it go to the point where you might not return to it again. But I do think you are being called upon to let it go. You got the green light. So if you want to, bump, 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 you got the green light, bump, bump, bump. So yeah, love this for you. I think that's where we're going to end this at today. Thank you so much for joining me on this February 2025 reading, Virgo. It's been an absolute pleasure giving you insight into February. I'm very excited for you to be taking control of your life again in a much more healthier self-care way and a very good, healthy way. I'm also very excited for you to see how the rest of the year spans out for you with this 2025 February reading. Thank you so much for being here with me today and allowing me to read for you. I love you. It's been a pleasure. Mwah. Bye.